Hello and welcome to Our Kids, sponsored by Jefferson County Public Schools. I'm Ballard High School correspondent Sophia Gueye. This April, we take a closer look at students working on some cutting-edge ideas, earning an apprenticeship credit, and working with community mentors. Plus, we have these student stories.
Newburgh Middle School has taken a new step to prepare their students for the real world.
The Aspen Challenge is the chance for students to work in teams to solve societal and environmental issues. 3 winning teams will get to travel to the Aspen Institute.
So my question is, do you think our life expectancy is declining because we use a lot more chemicals versus other countries that use natural remedies?
We are at the Muhammad Ali Center and we are at the launch of the Aspen Challenge program.
What do you think is the biggest systemic barrier to proper health in Louisville and cities like it?
I'm gonna have to go with systemic racism.
Yeah, I would agree.
It just runs so deeply. We're talking centuries, and we're seeing the consequences of it.
A whole bunch of speakers come up and talk to us about all the different challenges like human trafficking, mental health.
So the Aspen Challenge is a high school competition, and we partnered with Jefferson County Public Schools, and we engaged 18 high schools to participate in the program. Today they're going to be issued challenges around societal issues that they face on a daily basis.
Today we're talking about different social issues that are in our area and around the U.S., and we're trying to find a solution to solve those problems.
You have 8 weeks to take a problem, come together collaboratively, become innovative, solve a problem, become better citizens and leaders as a result of what you are doing today.
We believe that elevating youth voice is essential to solving societal issues, and young people oftentimes feel overlooked, undervalued, and that they don't have a voice and that their voice doesn't matter.
It feels good for people to listen to us considering that we're young, but just because we're young doesn't mean that we don't have good ideas.
It makes me feel important in my community, and I feel like I can actually have a change around here.
I believe that every single person in this room today has what it takes to create real change and come up with creative, thoughtful solutions.
If there's an opportunity, an invitation, an open door for you to be in the presence of greatness, you take it.
To leave a mark on our community, I think that's like the main thing that I want to gain from this.
We don't really think about certain things as, since we're so young, and having all this, it helps us think about all that stuff, and really is inspiring.
A student at Valley High School is an apprentice at a local insurance agency. This is a new program that introduces students to careers and gives them work experience.
We're here at Highland Insurance down in Old Louisville. Sadrina, a student at Valley High School as an apprentice, working towards her apprenticeship.
5 days a week.
Sadrina worked up here for a little while, didn't she?
Yeah. Good attitudes when they come in. Everyone's all like, hey, I'm just, hey.
The first thing we've had her do is just visit with each department.
Taking everything that's in this folder and kind of putting all that information on these.
Here I kind of just shadow everybody and get a little feel of what everybody does and how they do it to see, what I like, and if I were to do this, where I would be placed or what fits me.
I think some of the things that we're hoping that she learns is just how to work in a professional environment, how to look somebody in the eye, how to shake a hand. Just some things that some people aren't exposed to at an early age. How to, be a part of a meeting, to collaborate and work with other people.
I kind of wanted to know what everyone's doing, or when do I get to go upstairs with these people, or when do I get to this part, and what kind of things do you want me to do, or what will I learn?
With a program like this and having a nationally recognized apprenticeship program, it is a wonderful way to get young people interested in insurance, helping people, and getting them into the workforce.
Especially with the work that they give me, so I'm like, oh my God, I really get to do this, and it gets used and it gets put out there. So like their email list, I do some of that, and so I kind of try not to mess up anything because they have to use it like this is their business and they're putting it, to me.
While they're being educated, they're able to earn a wage and learn the business. And so this apprenticeship actually has 2,000 hours of work experience, and it's everything from administrative duties at the insurance agency. It is learning the different types of insurances.
What I want to take away from my time here, kind of all the knowledge that I can possibly soak up from them, you know, even if it's not all insurance or, you know, even if it's just a little bit of marketing, a little bit of something, anything that they're willing to share with me.
I think insurance is definitely a career that needs to have the spotlight on it as one of those that you can start immediately after you graduate from high school.
It's a really good idea, especially to have younger people know insurance, because not many of us know. We don't know, we just know that we need it.
There are great young people out there that are looking to work and looking to learn you know, about what our companies do.
By having that work-life balance and having that real life experience, they do realize that it is a career that is a noble career. It's something that they can be proud of. They can make a lot of money doing it. You know, it's kind of what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it.
Sadrina, in our case, brings some fun energy, you know, and in addition to that, the next generation of insurance buyer in our case. So we're, you know, learning from her what's important. How do you all communicate? You know, so yes, I mean, while it may be tough and there is some investment in terms of time and resources, the dividends will pay off down the road for sure.
I'm really happy about it. I get to learn stuff like this. You know, not many people have given opportunities to do this. So
Brandeis Elementary celebrated the love of reading by having community members read a diverse selection of titles.
He thought about it though, didn't he? But the coach told him what?
No, keep going.
Right. Why did the coach tell him to keep going?
This is Brandeis Elementary School, and today is our African American read-in. We have members from the community, members from our school district that are participating, coming to read to our K-5 students books on Black history.
I was so happy to come today, and when I signed in, I looked over at the table that has all the books on it, and so there are all these classics written by not just African Americans but other minorities also, other minority authors, and it was cool to see my books on the table too. So yeah, I've written 10 children's books all about peace and love and kindness and conflict resolution and how to get along better with others. So I just wanted to expose you to one book called My Dad's Job.
Today, I think it's important for them to see different models of people coming in and just talking about those historical contributions that others have made.
Nina was born Eunice Wayman. Grew up in a home where music was all around her.
Cultural diversity is so important. Diversity is so important. And for students to have knowledge about that and to engage in opportunities where they can collaborate and commingle and to experience learning opportunities to acquire new knowledge is beneficial to their lives.
President Obama was ready for the challenge.
I volunteered my time to come here today to read to some sweet little kids, just to expose them to a different type of reading. I know they have books in the classroom and they read in the classroom and they hopefully read at home, but it's super cool to be here today to actually read to some of them, which will be a different spin on reading.
It's a learning experience for them, but it's also a real treat that they get to put faces and names together, and sometimes they hear us talking about these people in their official capacity, but to have them actually in the classroom and live is really a treat for them.
The book for Dodgers!
Here we go, here we go.
Newburgh Middle School students have been working with one-to-one technology with a thanks to a grant from Verizon. Correspondent Tulsa Pockrell brings us the story.
Welcome to Newburgh!
Verizon and Digital Promise have partnered together to give all of our kids at our school, every single kid gets an iPad with a data plan. So what that means that each child can take the iPad home every day and work on their work at home. For example, if they don't have internet access, they're able to have internet access because they have a data plan that's tied with their iPad. So it's really cool that it's giving, you know, accessibility to every single student here at Newburgh, which is about 1,200 students.
Principal Nicole Adele shares her excitement about the program.
What's been really exciting, first, it was wonderful that Newburgh Middle School was a part of the cohort who was awarded the iPad grant from Verizon and Digital Promise. Having 1,100 iPads at Newburgh in the hands of middle schoolers, oh my goodness, at first it was scary. And then we realized that the iPads will enhance what we are doing in the classrooms. It's not going to take away instruction, but it would just add to it. And our learning is different in this building. We have colleagues, I have teachers who are trying new, innovative ways to engage our students. I have my kiddos who are excited about, well, I could try this. And maybe with the iPad, we have the ability to even dig deeper and to do some fun, out-of-the-box activities.
The collaboration has been beautiful. The students getting together within groups, and they are from the point of planning out what this will look like, what they are going to say, and how they are going to produce this project.
One of my most favorite projects, in our language arts classes, we had to create an iMovie, which it was a trailer for a scary book that we made all on our own. We wrote it out in Google Docs, and it was very simple to do, and definitely having the iPad for your personal use definitely helped that. I could go home and use my iPad and create it there.
Newburgh Middle School has continued to succeed with the new iPad program and will continue doing so in the future. For our kids, I'm Fern Creek correspondent Tulsa Pockrell.
We have a lot more stories to come. Stay with us.
Attendance in school is vital to a student's success.
That's why we're taking a bold step and launching our first ever district-wide student attendance campaign, encouraging students to commit to missing no more than 6 days of school this year.
It's unlike anything we've ever done before. Picture pop-up parties, school celebrations, and incentives. We are teaming up with community partners, local businesses, and celebrities to share the message about the importance of attendance.
Every day counts.
JCPS serves over 100,000 students, and with that, a lot of waste is generated.
We need to do our part to recycle because it conserves natural resources, helps the environment, and saves money.
When we recycle, we put less coal and gases into the power plant, which reduces the amount of toxins in the atmosphere.
We are JCPS, and we recycle. Yeah!
Welcome back to Our Kids. I'm Ballard High School correspondent Sophia Gueye. Students at Carter Traditional Elementary wrote more than 600 letters to police officers and created a mural in honor of their service.
We have backpacks of skills, and we're working on being globally confident citizens. And as part of that, we want them to understand the impact that they have on our community and the impact that you have on us. So today we're honoring all of you for what you do, and thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
We're at Carter Traditional Elementary, and we are dedicating a flag mural to Detective Mingadote. Their station is our across the street neighbor, and they've done lots of things for us, so we wanted to, as a school, do something for them and for the station and for her family.
Dear Mingadote family, I know you will miss her. Love, Zariah. Dear police officer.
All the children at the school have written letters. They either wrote a letter to another police officer at this division, or they wrote a letter to Detective Mingadote's family.
Dear police officers, my name is Tyler Fox and I'm 10 years old. I go to school at Carter Traditional Elementary School. I like to play baseball and video games. One of my favorites is Fortnite. Anyway, hopefully you have a pretty good idea of who I am. I feel very safe at school anywhere, like on the playground, in the cafeteria, in my classrooms.
This note is also for the police. Thanks to all the polices, and thanks to Detective Mangadon.
So we have about 600 letters for either family, and then the kindergarten kids, as much as they could, and staff made the flag.
Thank you from all the officers here and the family. We very much appreciate it. Thank you very much.
It's a very important connection to our community. We want them to know that the police are our neighbors, they do things for us, that they're our friends, and that they're somebody that they can trust, and that they need, that they're right here with us, and that the fact that Detective Mingadote gave her life for our community was really important to us.
Western High School has seen big improvements in their attendance this past year. They celebrated this accomplishment with a pop-up party.
Western High School, make some noise!
Hey
everybody. We're at Western High School here today doing a pop-up attendance party because Western High School has awesome attendance and we are looking forward to continuing to improve that.
Make every day count. All your absences, they add up, man. They really add up.
What matters the most about being in class every day is that it's an opportunity to learn. And here, our mission is to be engaged in learning today, empowered for success tomorrow. And we know if kids are here day in, day out, they're going to have the skills and the confidence to go off into the world and be successful.
It means coming up and being prepared to learn, ready to learn something new every day. You know, trying to interact with teachers, trying to, be the better student every day.
Listen up, listen up. Oh, you're not going to see anything like this right here. This is going to be by far the hypest pop-up attendance event of the year.
You guys have done a great job with your attendance. Going up 2% in 1 year is incredible.
It's like a job, you know, you got to come in on time. You got to come in prepared, ready. Like, that's all. That's how I'm just focused. Like, I'm ready to graduate, you know. That's all.
Bates Elementary School has a team of student specialists using the JCPS digital backpack. Correspondent Gianna Webb shows us how.
Fifth grade backpack ambassadors at Bates Elementary are helping younger students fill their minds and their backpacks.
JCPS has a big push for students to use the Google Tools for Education to create their own digital backpack, and I'm kind of responsible for having my students do it here at Bates Elementary, and the teachers and students are responsible for doing it in the classroom as well. So I decided to find some of my best and brightest that were talented with Google, proficient with Google, and working with their backpack so that they could go out and help the staff and help the students that would need to work on backpack artifacts during the school day.
I was chosen to be a backpack ambassador because I was proficient using Google and I made amazing artifacts, and I'm willing to help others use Google backpacks such as students and teachers. I love being an ambassador because I've been in love with technology for about 5 years now, and it's just like my dream, and I also want to be an IT, a person who works with technology when I get older, and I was just really glad to be given this opportunity to be a backpack ambassador and help everybody.
I enjoy being an ambassador because I love helping younger kids because they mostly listen, and it's kind of fun because you have so much to talk about with them.
I love being an ambassador because I like helping other students and teaching them how to move artifacts into their folders. Like if you're trying to move an artifact into Effective Communicator, you have to do file and then do all that different kind of stuff. I like helping many people, I go down to first grade and I help them too. Sometimes I help them move artifacts into their backpack too.
After today, my backpack is packed. For our kids, I'm Fern Creek correspondent Gianna Webb.
Correspondent Edward Smith takes us inside the Scholastic Art Competition.
Walking through the University of Louisville's Height Art Institute, there's no doubt you'll find extraordinary work. But the work displayed during the month of March came out of a regional middle and high school competition.
Tonight, we are celebrating the creativity, talent, and hard work of our young artists, as well as their educators, families, and friends who encourage, guide, and support them.
Movies have the Oscars, music has the Grammys, and these artistic students, who just received awards for their many different creations, have the Scholastic Art Awards.
What you saw tonight was the culmination of, for some of the students present here, more than 13 years of being passionate about or having developed a passion for visual arts.
This art competition, held in Louisville, is an affiliation to the National Scholastic Art and Writing Awards. By receiving any of the awards, they join the ranks of a prestigious group of artists, and some become eligible to compete nationally in New York City.
There is no other teen visual art competition of this caliber. It is the oldest, most prestigious art competition in the world. It is tied to local and national scholarships.
The pieces are selected based on originality, technical skill, and the emergence of a personal voice.
Gold Keys are the only award level, the top level, that goes on to compete nationally in New York City, which judging is underway as we speak.
It was really great to feel recognized for my work after doing it all and just kind of putting it aside to make more work. It's great to see it all laid out.
Well, I've been working really hard over the past year, so it means a lot. It helps me, be inspired to create more art that I love.
Why we believe the Scholastic Art Awards are important, and that's because we believe in the value of a visual art education. There are more than 2,000 careers out there that utilize some form of visual arts education.
Being honored to me is a validation that this is the career path for me, because art has always been something that's been kind of a safety net for me, and this is just validation that I'm good at my craft and I should continue doing my craft and doing what I love.
I'm Pleasure Ridge Park High School correspondent Edward Smith reporting for Our Kids.
Stay tuned, we'll be back with more stories about JCPS.
Great things are beginning to happen here. We're really looking for this being a central hub, a place where we can provide supports for students, tutoring for students, classes for parents, families, ACT support, all kinds of supports that the community can get engaged with. We see this being central to our summer learning, our backpack camp initiative, and this is the type of work that is so important. Attendance in school is vital to a student's success.
That's why we're taking a bold step in launching our first ever district-wide student attendance campaign, encouraging students to commit to missing no more than 6 days of school this year.
It's unlike anything we've ever done before. Picture pop-up parties, school celebrations, and incentives. We are teaming up with community partners, local businesses, and celebrities to share the message about the importance of attendance.
Every day counts.
Welcome back to Our Kids. I'm Ballard High School correspondent Sophia Gueye. Iroquois High School students had a chance to sit down with community mentors at the Celebrate Us motivational breakfast.
We are at Iroquois High School for the Celebrating Us Mentoring Breakfast. It's our second annual breakfast. We are so excited. We have asked 100 mentors to come, support, and mentor 100 of our students.
I would like to start off by welcoming all of you here.
We have everyone. We have business professionals. We've invited police officers. We've invited anybody in the city of Louisville that we thought could support our students.
Set you some goals. I mean, they don't have to be no real big lofty goals, just some little goals, man. That way you can see what you've done.
I came out here to give honor to these young men. I came last year as well, and I loved it so much that I wanted to come back. I'm a STEAM educator, and I do this often. I go into communities and do my STEM education, and today I wanted to just give a positive appearance for STEM education.
It's cool what he do. Science for ice cream, that's cool. He showed me videos, it's cool.
It's not all about school all the time. As teachers, we could teach them all day long, but I think it's a benefit for them to hear from people in the community about their successes and their failures. And so I hope the students would learn what we've done as adults that have helped us to be successful. I'm hoping that these adults could say something that motivates them, supports them, and leads them down the path that would make them successful in life.
What we want to do is we want to connect our young men with those out in the community, because it's the community which you live in. These are the young men that will hopefully be coming to you for jobs, to work, coordinate with you for a variety of things.
Like, you gotta work for what you want. Like, you gotta accomplish something in life. For scholarship, like, you gotta have a certain GPA and you gotta go to college and stuff. You can even go to community college and get a scholarship and stuff.
We've been talking about just where we come from and our commonalities. He loves basketball. We've been talking about scholarship opportunities and taking it to the next level and making sure that your GPA and your behavior is on par, so that, you know, when you go to the next level, you got good references from your counselors and your coach. And then when you get there, you know, you want to make sure you keep a good academic mindset.
Don't be discouraged by working up under somebody or working.
I think it's good motivation to us kids here. Like, we appreciate all of them coming out.
It's all of our jobs to come together and to support our students. It's the community's job, it's the teacher's job, but it's our job. But I'm hoping that they say something that possibly changes the trajectory of our students or possibly inspires our students to keep going, encourage our students. And if we can just touch one student, then this has all been worth it.
Correspondent Jacob Westerman introduces us to a citizen that participated in the civil rights movement during the 1950s.
So a civil rights activist, he headed the NAACP, which is a prominent civil rights group.
Last week, students had the once-in-a-lifetime chance to speak with a member of the civil rights movement from the 1950s. Ira Grouper, now 75, passed on what he learned and his experiences with Mr. Fawcett's classes.
Later on, she did understand more. My father, though, was always understanding and very progressive.
Mr. Grouper shared his perspective of civil rights activism as a Jewish man in New York City and how he became involved in a movement that was seeking to help bring justice to minorities who had been forced to live with segregation.
How do you think we should address that?
In addition to learning about his past, students were able to ask Mr. Grouper questions and interact with the civil rights veteran.
The way that this stuff manifests itself in two manners. One is overt, blatant, and the other is more sophisticated.
Even though at times Mr. Grouper faced jail time and death threats, he persevered and fought for the rights of African Americans across the country. In his eyes, it was his way of protest, and he was not going to let jail time stop him.
That was the death threat of the Ku Klux Klan. That was the threat to murder.
What do you think today's society can learn from the past and the civil rights movement?
Somebody once said, if you don't learn from history, you're condemned to repeat it. And the civil rights movement consisted of sisterhood and brotherhood and a cohesive, unified approach to dealing with a tremendous problem, endemic problem of racial segregation.
I learned about racial equality and how it's more severe and our textbooks don't really cover it and kind of just generalizes it. So it was very interesting to learn it.
I learned a lot about the development of racial tensions and the activists in the civil rights and labor unions.
Congratulations to Eastern High School's Lori Napke. She won the Kentucky Music Educators Association High School Teacher of the Year. And we'd also like to congratulate Louisville Male High School's Zane Brown. He won his 3rd straight championship in wrestling. He also won the 2019 Orville Williams Outstanding Wrestler Award. Thanks for watching our show. You can watch entire episodes of Our Kids on the JCPS YouTube channel. Until next time, keep supporting our kids. Enjoy the sounds of Ballard High School's string ensemble.